back then, the jewelry had more meaning to it. Like, for example, the deeper meaning behind jewelry that a lot of people don't know is the electric magnetic fields. Back in ancient times, it was known to help increase the circulation in the body by wearing things like particular precious metals and gems. The other meaning was that your jewelry provided a sense of status for you. So like certain kings and queens wore particular gems to express their status and reputation within the kingdom or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So now we kind of only stick to like diamonds and stuff. But, there's plenty of other flipping gems and crystals and stuff that you can use as ways to expression. We don't always have to express ourselves through moving our hands or just communicating or like gestures. You can express yourself through your clothes, through the stuff that you wear. You could tell when somebody's in a comfortable mood, when somebody's in a mood to be more out there, when somebody's in a darker mood. You know what I'm saying? Like through their clothes that they're wearing a lot of the time. We express ourselves. So the more obvious expression is Taurus vibes, the more deeper meaning and reasoning behind our expressions, those are the Scorpio vibes. Right? Some people may think, okay, I'm wearing my hair like this because I'm just messy and lazy. Yeah, that's the ulterior motive, perhaps. It's only part of it. But, it goes a lot deeper. For one, I'm used to kind of wearing my hair in this messy way because when I was younger, I was involved in a lot of sports and we had to put all our hair up in a bun to, prevent our hair from getting messed up. And we actually weren't allowed to wear our hair down, really. When I was in gymnastics and cheerleading, I was in tumbling and cheerleading. And basically, like, when we're doing flips, you can't have your hair down. You know what I'm saying? So that's a subconscious influence as to how I wear my hair now, most likely. But the even deeper meaning is, I said it in one of my videos, the Holy Trinity, the Hindu Trinity, in which I speak about Lord Shiva. And I spoke about how Lord Shiva wears their hair like this. So Lord Shiva is like, a lot of the Indian gods, they're like flipping, how do you say it? They're like bigendered or whatever that word is. They're not considered to be a he or a she. But I think Shiva is kind of like a he. I don't know. All I know is that's my same hairstyle and I value the same archetypal structures in life as Shiva because it's what I've been going through for the past couple of years, which has to do with the rebirthing process, the letting go to restore process. So at the end of the day, things are a lot more than what they seem on the surface. And a lot of the time when we don't realize that, foundations begin to break to force us to. That's what happens when somebody becomes too superficial, when someone doesn't want to look behind the surface, when they get too flipping limelighty. You know what I'm saying? When people become too fascinated with what everything seems like on the outside world, they forget that inner depth, the core within themselves. The universe will destroy that. If you do not balance, the universe will destroy it because there's nothing you could do. And this is the season for it. These energies are being spoke about at this time because this is the season. That's why October is the season of things like death, and there's the Day of the Dead and stuff. Because during this season, this is when things fall. That's why it's fall season. And what do the leaves do? They drop off of the flipping trees, them brittle ass leaves, right? In order for a new leaf to grow on the flipping tree. We have to balance out our superficial lives with our more metaphysical lives, aka the deeper meaning behind things. So at this time, we're going to see the reality a little bit better. The reality that we've been escaping, the reality that we haven't been exposing or allowing ourselves to absorb. Why? Because this is the stuff where, okay, you and I, we both have this same value system, right? We both like to go to Chipotle, right? But I like to go to Chipotle because I signed up for the app and I get discounts. And I really like the sofritas over there. Like, I really like that tofu that they put up in the burritos. You know what I'm saying? But now the person that has this shared value with me, they love Chipotle also. And their food's all right. They don't have the app, but they like to go there because the food is only manufactured. Now, food's not manufactured, is it? Damn, don't make fun of me. But the food's only being brought from local farms, is what I'm trying to say, right? So they said, but there was a little E. coli breakout a couple of years ago, but who knows? You know what I'm saying? Shit happens. Anyway, so my friend who has the same value as me for this place, Chipotle, to eat, right? We both value it on a surface level for the same thing. Like, hey, yeah, the food's pretty good. But the ulterior motive is different. They value it more because of the local farm concept. Let's say they're like a huge, like, I don't know, foodie person, and they like going green and all that stuff, and they're like really into specific types of foods, and like, I forgot what you call those type of people, but they're like one of those kind of people. And then let's say me, I just like the food and I like to save money, and so that's why I'm going to Chipotle. I have the app and they give me discounts. Now, the reason why this is important, you might think like, okay, who cares? Well, for this example, it may not be such a big deal, but the reason why it's important to care about these ulterior motives that have to do with the Scorpio vibration that we're strongly in right now, these vibes are very potent, is because let's say that now the store stops, the restaurant stops getting from localized farms and they start spreading out. Now my friend doesn't want to go to that restaurant anymore. So now I'm pissed off because we usually flip and go there. You see how that could destroy the relationship? Now, I'd hope that that doesn't destroy the relationship, but let's say that there is a ulterior motive that your relationship was built on. And that ulterior motive is like, they go to Chipotle with me every flipping week. But now we don't even hang out because Chipotle stopped getting from localized farms. So now she don't want to go there no more. And now we're not eating at Chipotle anymore. And now we're not hanging out like that anymore. Do you see how deep this stuff can go? Like, that's just a small example of something that can be more specific or like more important, that could show the same exact concept of how things could break down. That's Scorpio. So it's important to be aware of your ulterior motives and other people's ulterior motives, because this can ultimately destroy the relationship. This can ultimately destroy what you have. You may think something is sturdy, but it's not, because the ulterior motive was holding that structure. And if the ulterior motive gets destroyed in some way, that ultimately ends the security. And in the relationship, the connection breaks down. So that's what we're going to be subconsciously focusing on. And that's the energy that's going to be coming more so to the surface pretty much at this time.